Preservation, their purpose.
Before you read,
No, go ahead.
You can read in a second, but I'll just read one thing real quick. Spin says here, you give so much of yourselves to aid those in need. I must endeavour to find my own small way to help. I just wanted to read that for you. You can read now.
Wuklamat assesses her surroundings with grim determination. Let's see. Tuliolal would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklamat. Another girl power cutscene. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. Now is the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. That made me afraid. I wanted, I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't do by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I almost read the fiend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sfeed. Whenever you fail or struggle to rise, whenever you fall or struggle to rise, thanks, I'll come, running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. Oh god. That's how we will protect things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. What's her game? You're right. And don't forget about me.
Don't forget about me.
Right? I'm gonna say that.
I'm not gonna put ...
No, that's silly. How could we? We'd not be here. We'd not be where we are now without you. Of course we wouldn't. I come every 3 months and fix everything. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. Thanks, Wuklamat. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand?
There you all are.
Is that his voice now?
No, I thought it was a guy for a minute.
Cool job.
I got excited.
Well, it is a guy, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of girls in this expansion, so I did get excited. I get to say something.
Right. Splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Vee Neon. We finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 10 to 29 it's called, and it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades.
Oh, dungeon.
Yep. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. Sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you all.
That's proper stoked.
Right? Finally something to do. Thank you all for your hard work. This is a huge step forward.
And up. Wait, what?
What?
We need to take the lift to get to the complex.
Oh, okay. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Oh, it's another girl. Okay.
Maybe he started puberty, I don't know. And up.
What a line.
Yep, dungeon time.
How do you know?
Because we're going outside of a dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
The lift attendant says, ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level. But hold on, we'll talk to some, well, they're all females, so good luck, Vee. I'll talk to Gulja to say something. Shale made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management. That sounds like a snooze fest, Kappa. After you?
Shale says, I'll share the method we used to find a containment complex once we're inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story of how we stumbled across the bathroom. Wuklamat. It sounds like Eorzea played a big part in his breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to a fine feast once this is all over. If we don't all die. Bean says if Zidane would move, please. Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish. Oh, okay. Trial. An institute on preservation scale would have had many such facilities in the city. Yet, I cannot help but wonder if this is one where my parents worked. Alright.
I've started loading preemptively.
Okay.
My assumption is voice acted cutscene.
I want to see something proper disgusting.
Don't look at me like that.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment.
Not gonna lie, I was pretty hyped from the trailer
to the circuit.
for the story. It did look really good.
You got the lights working! Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Eorzea that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Ffxiv, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Eorzea hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Are you caught up? You're a treasure. Shale, sounds like you need one of Jeanalt's energy tonics. Sounds like she doesn't.
I'm doing the first option.
Yeah, me too.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
I like this track.
Mm-hmm. Very eerie.
It's highly likely.
It's very FF11.
And personally, I hope he does.
When you play FF11, you
huh? Oh, really?
FF11 very much inspired.
You all know. Why is this not our main objective? We're here to pick up Calyx's trail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the Researchers' Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So should we cut across this circular chamber in the middle? Yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electro magic? Can't you use your axe? Like, what?
Work with some electro magic.
Yeah, it's like it's the same as us asking her to basically break it down. It's like, it doesn't mean that it's possible just because it's... I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of this place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well. Let's go searching, shall we? Bulge, you're gonna say something?
I would like a male character occasionally to read, but it's fine.
I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. What is this font and letter color? Don't ever do that again.
You began searching Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in different colour. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Okay, what does that mean?
Abandoned paper.
Alright, let's start with
terminal.
Let's start with the same ones because we have half a functioning brain.
So then, if I were you, I would walk. Well, let's look at the recycling bin.
Okay.
It's at the back end of the room.
Where is that? Oh, I see.
You scan the bin's interior, hoping to find some card-shaped rubbish that appears to be empty.
Alright.
Sven says, nothing in there then.
Then, I'm not even sure where people keep their personal belongings in this day and age. Galulja is looking at some bags. Shall we ask him?
Who?
Galulja is standing next to some...
Sure. Was this really a preservation laboratory? I thought there'd be something more, I don't know, special about it. Let's go to the half-opened desk drawers.
Yeah. This appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner has left some things behind. Rifle through the half-opened desk drawers? Yes. You discover... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You've had loads of females to read, I think I want to read. You discover a card-shaped object. The electrope surface is marked with a bold level 1. Vee?
Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. What if it doesn't?
Did I really just find it in one go?
Right? That would be so sad if it just doesn't.
It's not going to work.
A scanning device.
A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of similar size to the scanner panel.
You read these. You don't have much text anyway.
I don't have much text because there's lots of women here. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. No, where did we find it? 2 clicks. Yep. It opened! You did it, Neon! And Vee! Vee?
Oh, sorry.
Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
Yeah, I'm okay. And a good thing too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious though, why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a director Demetrius, or so that
Demetrius, I think it is. I think so.
Oh, okay. Or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub.
Sometimes I hate those cutscenes when they say, then let's venture forth. Let's continue walking forward into this room that we just opened, you know?
Right.
Perhaps we'll find more if we... Well, yes, you've just opened some doors.
Right.
Oh, God. Oh, this is... I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cool.
It is.
Oh my God, this map is so huge as well. Bring up the map. That is kind of cool. I'm liking that.
I'm in the dialogue. No good. Maybe we need a different card. Oh, that was yours. Sorry. Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay shafts me, chafes me.
Chafes, yeah.
Oh, I don't know the word. We'll just have to come through the nearby rooms and hope that we stumble upon the card that we need.
Chafing is like if your legs were chafing like this, it's like rubbing.
I see.
Like the word rubbing, yeah. Sorry if you don't want to know that, I just wanted to let you know.
Well, this is a starter search in the Proto Lab. The door's already open at least. We'll find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Good English. Still can't move. Keeping me.
What are you saying good English when you're not actually English?
Oh? Speak English? How we talk to, I don't know, Shale? Shale says, Please excuse my impatience. The means to track down Calyx are close and I'm itching to get my hands on them.
Wait, are you in the Proto Lab?
Yeah, I'm in a room where the next quest thing is.
Okay, yeah, you're in Proto Lab.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'll talk to the Gulul. I'll talk to Gulja. I dug through his data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 showed a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though I become endless as per our ancestry protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with the remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number.
158? I will remember that.
Yeah, and 158 was highlighted, I think, and number.
The data tablet.
It appears to be a researcher's personal data tablet, sorry. Skim through the entries. Today I began my employment at Preservation. The organisation was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calyx's philosophy is the refined ideal of the notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in a comparison to Master Calyx's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Ffxiv insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Malala colleagues, including the Proto Lab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Dawntrail Lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. I have been kept ignorant, that's right. It would have seemed prudent to back up my memory data. You have reached the end of the journal entries.
Oh god. Maybe he was used as an experiment.
Not gonna lie, I love reading journals and shit like that. I think
me too.
Cool. Diary entries and stuff.
I feel like there's a lot of games where people say that there's not a lot of good story or, rich lore, and people just don't read the journal entries, I find.
Oh, I'm not talking about this game's in-game journal entry. I'm talking about that journal entry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
when you
in
go
general.
into a game and you pick up a journal entry and it gives you that, like I'll give you another example. I played Breath of the Wild, which you may not be able to relate to, but I was playing this game, really, really good, loved it, found myself really falling in love with the story and everything. And then I was just exploring and I went into Princess Zelda's bedroom, let's just say, and in this bedroom there was a diary entry, and in this was so much information. It changed, it gave me all this information about this backstory of the game, and I was like, wow, okay, this is cool. And I actually walked away and was like, any other person who hadn't read that wouldn't walk away feeling as satisfied as I did, like I did when I started the game, So a lot of people may have thought, oh, it's great, you can do this and that, but reading these entries really did change the way I enjoyed the game, and I was becoming, just that journal entry alone made me want to go around the world and find more. But nothing came close to that journal entry as gripping, but I did find some more.
I had a very similar experience in a game where people massively complained that the story is not very good. It's Outriders, and Outriders is one of the only shooting games that I have ever played. People complained that the world building is not good, that it doesn't make sense or whatever. The Outriders, for all its flaws when it comes to combat or whatever, has a terrific story if you go around and actually read these journals that you unlock, because it tells you the backstory of how it happened. I think it's a game with fantastic story that people who like first or third person shooters or whatever, I'm not saying everyone, but largely don't really appreciate, like going around collecting these pieces of paper or whatever. I, as a lore geek, I was able to appreciate it just fine, so I thought it was a good game.
You have a playthrough of that on your YouTube channel, right?
I actually had it on my now MMO playthrough channel, which is this one. Then I downloaded the videos, deleted them off the channel, and I will be uploading it soon on Vplays. Because I'm editing them cool. Still, yeah.
Would you ever consider replaying that game?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No, I'm done playing it. It was hard, and I had a small community of people who didn't carry me through the missions, but did help me a lot. And I really did need help with some parts of the combat. But I think it's a terrific game for for what it is. But anyway, playthrough coming up soon.
Do you want to talk to Kral, V?
Yeah. This machine feeds into a soul cell. I'm reminded. Oh, shudder. Okay. I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. I'm gonna make an uneducated guess is that researcher who put his information in the data tablet, that he was put right in this machine.
You mean Demetrius?
Maybe, yeah. Uklamat still has a dialogue, and it says, these nuts seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting interference candidate 201930. Do I need to write that down?
No,
to be considered for efficiency procedure.
201930. If this is kind of like what you need to find out for this next quest, I'm actually really enjoying this.
Me too.
Oh.
Submitting inference candidate to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Oh, I have no idea what any of that means. Oh my god, of course, Wuklamat. Maybe it'll make sense later on.
How would she know, V? Stop picking on her. How would she know?
Never knows
GG's on her
anything.
finding it. You know?
Alright.
What's this mean?
Alright, Sven says, the way this room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiment to create Endless? Oh my god, I think they were fusing people with these soul cells to try and create Endless, and some malfunctioned.
That's gonna be a dungeon that we're gonna do, I guess.
But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Galulja mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look.
The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. You have gleaned some numerical data during your investigation. Attempt to enter the combination.
The fuck?
Select the number keys on the pad to input the combination. Enter up to 5 digits and then press the confirm key. 11509.
Oh. I tried the first one. I can't remember what the text was for the first or the second one.
Opened it.
So, yeah, it is.
There's a card.
The locker pops open. Sorry.
The locker pops open. Inside, you discover a level 2 security card.
This is cool.
I do like that a lot, actually, and it gives you good reason to talk to everyone. Neon, you got the locker open. Sorry, that was. I'm sorry.
Vee, that's okay. Vee and Neon, you got the locker open, and you found another.
And you found another security card.
It's so hard.
But that does say level 2. We needed a level 3, didn't we?
Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Vee, Neon. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives, leaving notes, losing their cards. Guess I imagine there'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless, mechanical. I'll bet. My parents were once part, because they're all what?
I need more coffee.
Because they're all like, market. Never mind.
I get it.
My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. She giggled. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calix and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether.
Oh, and I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets.
Yes, we read it.
The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calix's and his hard work. This entry ended up. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read some more on another tablet here.
Right. Let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Dawntrail lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor.
So it's back to the hub and the locker door across the way.
Which will hopefully yield...
Locker.
Huh?
I said locked door. I said locker, but I meant locked door.
Which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. You need it for it. Sorry.
I'm loving this, I'm not gonna lie. Again, I love when they give you this interaction shit when you get to solve puzzles and stuff. They're very light puzzle solving, but it's still really cool.
Yeah.
Uljar just says, what else do we have in this place? If I read the map right, it must be a lot smaller than the Eorzea facility.
Uklamat. Calix hasn't bothered to show his face yet, I see. Maybe he hasn't noticed us. Or maybe he's just watching. Waiting. Jail. The scanner awaits. The scanner awaits. Hold the security card up to the panel and it should unlock the door. What are you doing?
Nothing, my mic probably picked it up, but I stretched you and with my arms. It just sounded so bad.
It seems not everyone who joined preservation became endless right away. There must have been research that required physical bodies, says Ffxiv. Primal says, oh gosh, she's looking at me all the way like this. If there were others besides my parents who left preservation, where might they be now? Walked away so.
Clicking the scanning device, it says, a scanning device. It awaits silently for a security card with the appropriate level of clearance.
I'd be worried if it yelled at us.
Security card.
Beep! Put it in! Put it in! Put it in! Yes, it opened. So where should we go first? The Dawntrail lab or facilities? Let's start.
Sorry about that, guys, my voice changed. Let's start with the lab. Dude, is this where Uljar was created or some shit? It'd be so dark but so cool.
Cryo says, shouldn't the security card open this door as easily as the last one? Uklamat. What is a Uljar? Impressive. Speen says, how strange. This door is not lit up like the others. Shale. What does that sign say?
Ulujar says, Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here.
Thanks, Shale. No, not at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. Oh, so wrong way. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to Dawntrail, shall we? Very RPG. It's like, but it doesn't work. Find 3 things and get it open and then come back.
Oh,
Go and read.
Cool.
I can start. Kral says that this Dawntrail must have required greater amounts of energy to operate. Oh god. What kind of experiments were they conducting in there? Those are some big fleshy floor tiles. Flashy, not fleshy. Flashy floor tiles, says Wuklamat. I wonder what they're for. God, they remind me of Squid Game. Sven says...
Okay. No, Sven says.
So this room was for managing the power supply and utilities. I hope they kept security cards in here as well.
Ulujar says, oh good, the terminal's lit up. That means we have power in this room.
Shale has a cutscene.
Love this music.
Bit of reused music, but there is sound.
I like this. This one is good though.
Oh, never mind. Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels.
Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it?
Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found.
But how does it send power to the other lab?
See. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the Dawntrail lab, which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panels set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed. If you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator?
I can do it. Teach us how to blitz. No, I can do it. I've used that type of machine before.
Then, would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Vee Neon? The rest of us can help by supplying Vee and Neon with whatever information we might be found on the circuitry configuration. Oh god. I don't know why I'm nervous for this.
Oh boy. It's a puzzle.
Can I talk to Sven first? He says, I was able to glimpse part of a warning sign behind the containers. From what I could make out, it said, caution, circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. I suppose that means only one of each circulatory pattern can be set at the same time. Okay? Wuklamat says, Vee, take a look at this diagram. Oh. There is a note in the bottom left about backup power. Configure the 4 circuit control panels to provide an uninterrupted path. These symbols must represent the room we're in. If that square in the top left is Shale's terminal, then the bottom right should be the generator that Ffxiv is working on. It's hard to make out the rest. Assuming these are our 4 tile patterns. The bottom right is a square, and the top right is half a circle. Let me see if I can... okay. Bottom right square. Top right half circle. That's something to get you started at least. Alright. And then Cryo says, these appear to be data logs from a former age. My scholarly interest is piqued by a few of the labels, but none are relevant to the task at hand. I I've also had no luck locating more security cards. We shall have to rely upon our backup power strategy, I'm afraid. Okay, so she's useless.
I've already done it, but I'm enjoying watching you solve it.
Oh, okay. Well. If you haven't read me, Golja. Generator doesn't seem to need any fancy settings. As long as it's running and the circuit is fixed, we should have a power supply ready to go. Yes, thanks, guys.
Or I think I've done it. I don't know. I mean, I've done the pattern. It looks like it moves, but nothing's popped up.
How do I know?
I haven't done it.
It says bottom right square, but what? Oh, bottom right is a square. Right half circle. That's great and all, but let me see.
Bottom right square, I've got. Top right circle, I've done.
Bottom right. It says you must arrange the 4 tile patterns in the correct positions, assess the control panels, and configure the circuitry. Which pattern will you set? How do I know what bottom right is? Like, from which perspective?
Stand in where it's a southwest panel and southeast panel. Stand in the middle and look at it straight.
Oh, okay.
So now, your first message said bottom right square. So the southeast panel will be square.
The circuit remains unchanged. The pattern you selected is the same as the one currently displayed. Bottom right square, it says top right. No, that's bottom left. Oh, bottom right. Oh, okay, I get it. Bottom right, I went to the left. Square, okay. Oh, okay, top right, half a circle.
I don't know if I have done it. I might not have done it yet. I'm sitting waiting. I can tell you what I've done and then go from there if you want.
Okay, let me try.
So to me, the southeast one is square, which I think you've just done. I think you also wrote that the top right would be a circle, right? Where? Oh, top right would be a half circle. Which is weird, right? So to me it's circle, right? So southeast and northeast is square then circle. That's what I've gotten. Yeah?
I think I did it. It says you have connected all the circuits. Inform your comrades of the successful reconfiguration. So basically you need to have all of them connected and it needs to have an in and an out. An in is where the shale is, and an out is the one that goes towards Golja. So the point is to have all of them in a circle and to be able to have an in and an out. The only ones with an in and an out like that fit would be well, anyway, northwest I have not the square but like the rhombus. My southwest is
diamond.
Yeah, the diamond.
Yeah, I got northwest and southwest as diamond.
Southwest is a triangle.
Huh?
They all have to be different because Fiend told us that each can be only used once. So the southwest one can only be a triangle.
Yeah, now I've done it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was missing one. The triangle.
Now I'm in a cutscene.
Connecting all the circuits, inform your comrades of the successful. Okay, cutscene now.
Yep.
It worked!
We did it, Vee Neon. The Dawntrail app should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. This was fun. This is cool.
It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed that.
If I may, Shale, could we assess a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation the Early Days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. It looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian institute for technological development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Oh, sad music, of course, spoilers. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix designs for new defensive solutions funded in a large part by the Treasury. Can I just say something? If I ever had a cat, I would probably name it something like Calix. Calix is such a cat name. I don't understand why. Anyway. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age, and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to this somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters.
So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into?
This is what happens when you hide things from your manager, right? Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Dawntrail lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure.
You give everything a once-over and walks away from it. I think you're giving it a once-over, are you, Shale?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Sorry?
Sheila said I'll give it a once-over, and then they all walked off the screen. I was like, well, I guess Sheila's not giving it a once-over.
Yeah, I guess not.
Guljar just says, yeah, the door has power now!
Trial. Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, would Calix have pursued his endless project with such fervor? No. Buklamat. Everything we read in this place sings Calix's praises. The people who work here must have truly idolized him.
Yeah, continue.
Sven, that Alexandria survived the war was in no small part thanks to defensive measures developed by preservation. In that regard, I shall always be grateful. Chael says, the energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. That's the security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Dark. Okay.
Shell is examining the card scanner.
Right. I'll get this door open. Okay.
Oh god, this...
Phew! Smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits.
Oh, there's 100% going to be a cutscene here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Gods above, isn't that... What? Oh, the key.
Oh yeah, the Holy Grail.
The key to the interdimensional fusion. That looks to be a schematic on the monitor. They've used it to make another key. But isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Vee has?
And yeah.
Huh? Sorry?
I also have one Vee.
What? The shard?
No. You said the same one that Vee has. Vee
oh, the neon. Oh, the neon has. I was like, what do you have?
There's two people in the story to immersion, and then forget it.
True. No, you're right. We may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Milala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? The crystal itself is the key. This is just a device they made to control it.
The crystal itself's the key.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. That's not right. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I'll have to enlist Y'shtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully, there is a security card here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good to us. I am enjoying this. Very puzzly.
Me too, it's cool. I love labs and...
Yeah, this is really nice. There's a
storage crate on the left immediately, and we click it.
Sure.
This lone storage crate is filled with documents, binders, and other miscellaneous objects, and none of which are security cards. I just made 12,000.
How about cabinet drawer next to Kryl?
I'm gonna open that now. I'll open the wheeled shelving unit.
You find a security card in cabinet drawer. There we go.
This sturdy-looking shelf unit holds a storage crate and sealed barrels. No sign of any security cards though.
Kryl speaks to me. She says, "Oh, did you find a security card? Did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure. I'll have you click on it. It might be a cutscene or something."
You can click on Shale.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna, like, invite her over or something. Oh, I'm in the wrong... whatever. Look.
Shale?
Well, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Nice work, Vee and Neon. And there's a cut.
Validated, guys. I feel happy.
Right.
I'm validated. Oh, level 3! That should get us into the director's office.
So.
That's my line done for the entire cutscene.
Right. What was it? You were hoping to find it in there again, Shale. You were saying that a certain device was going to help us. Right. I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. Sad music, of course. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way, Calyx is always one step ahead of us. We must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities, to monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need a data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all of this surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Vee's strength. What can he possibly dream? Vee Neon's strength.
Yeah, I got stunned.
What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than him?
Them.
Or, speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. Also rudely. I was able to restore the data though, if you'd like to see it. Movie. Give me a movie. I'll start the show then. Yes! And please, for the love of God, give him a voice.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Where's this guy's eyes?
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways.
It's a dungeon boss for sure.
I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Oh, he killed her for sure.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Dude. Shoot the camera? No.
Blood and everything.
I love the effects of the camera. Really good. And the sound quality. You can tell it came from a camera. Quite immersive, that. I'm definitely noticing the small details that are in Dawntrail. Another death though.
Right? She only wanted to leave and he executed her. I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calix. The cameras in this room have been out of operations ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. Defection. But it is defecation, anyway. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as preservation's agents closed in on them. My side can't see you face palming at me. I dared not ask what became of them after that. But if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers, they might have been. Right, I was about to say that. I'm sure they managed to escape. They did not regret their actions. I'm gonna say they did not regret them because I don't think they escaped. If they were, you know, in that other world.
I think they escaped, and it says here, Carl says, I want to believe they did, and even if they didn't, I hope they at least enjoyed what time they had as an endless.
I said they didn't regret their actions. She says, right, the echo. Knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort.
Sven replied with, oh, Kryl.
Worry not, Sven. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movement. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion.
To the director's office!
So used to it.
One line.
Neon is a one-line man.
I'm not even a real man. It's yay!
Right? And they killed off your most impactful character. Geode's gone. Geode. No more good lines.
Yeah, Galujana says, if a man in the recording was director Demetrius, then this must be his office. That's me.
Hearing Kryl talk about her parents reminded me of how much I miss Namika. I guess I'll never really get over it, says Wuklamat. Of course you won't. Jael says, my earlier investigations put the data relay just past this door. Let's get it open, shall we? Kryl? I don't expect to find any information on my parents in this next room either. And that's something I can be proud of. Okay. Sven? Was Calyx the one who gave orders to execute defectors? The more we learn about him, the less I understand.
Scanning device. It waits silently for a security guard with the appropriate level of clearance. That's my dialogue line now, apparently.
Yeah.
The only dialogue line I'm getting. You hold the level 3 security card up to the scanner.
There we go. Let's head inside. Now, to find that data relay. Don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Vee, Neon, come with me. That's Shale. What kind of party are we invited to? I might have need of that security card. Where is it? You do Gululja.
Because it's the only line I have.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. Something odd.
That's your line. Alright.
That's literally my line. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
This director Demetrius was very particular about how he decorated his office. We got incense and vases and some kind of gem display. I shouldn't have started with her. She's never useful.
Oh my god. She's still observing like everyone else. Stop giving her a hard time.
She's just like, she's like, oh, pretty rocks. You know, I was like, that's not helpful. Sven says, this is a report on reducing people to ether and how much energy can be harnessed per individual. See, this is useful. Not as useful as probably Kryl's, but Kryl says, Oh, my apologies. I was thinking about the key. Over there in the corner, standing there like a creep. That's fine. Alright. Clearly, we talked to Shale, I guess. Damn. This terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. Actually interesting. In this particular patch, Geode said shit, and now she says damn. They're really, going there with the.
Don't talk to me about Geode. The only guy I can voice act the entire. Anyway.
This office is also smaller than the map suggested. Positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Secret door, probably. Didn't say that. Sorry, Vee, Neon, could I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues? This infuriating puzzle.
I found a storage case, soul cell storage case. I'm interacting with it, I'm massaging it. The collection of soul cells may have once belonged to the director. They appear to be empty. Office shelves?
Maybe.
You find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access. Requires passwords to be input simultaneously at terminals in the Proto Lab, Duoto Lab, and the director's office. Perhaps this discovery would be of interest to Shale. There's also the beverage station.
Yeah, beverage station.
Having lain dormant for years, the now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to have seen what it will do when it's able to do once more.
And
Cluttered something and a cutscene? Okay.
What? Cluttered side table? Yeah.
Amongst other personal effects, you find what is presumably the director's data tablet. Closed locker stands next to the table.
Examine.
Search the locker. I'm gonna put search the locker.
Yeah. Door.
The door to the locker swings open easily. Oh my god.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
Oh gee, and it shuts. It contains nothing of note. You quietly shut the locker door. Examine the tablet. You pick up the data tablet and begin skimming through the contents.
It's probably like Calyx showering
daily
or something.
Reports or shutdown. Well, I think daily reports.
Yeah.
Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core's energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties, yeah, I've read that as facilities, but it is faculties. Memory faculties of 4 personnel insufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation processing. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations of 2 Malala researchers. Major incident. Details.
Oh, those are her parents.
Those 2 inept Malala broke with preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have been since caught and eliminated, we were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct his experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of the disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived, and the endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If it does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. Shut down the protocol, I guess.
Jesus.
All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have all been completed, I'll proceed with my own corporal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep the complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry.
Us.
Jesus.
That's very unnerving.
It is a little bit. And nice to know that Corral's parents got mentioned there again.
Yeah, absconded at least.
Do you want to reach out?
Yeah. Have you found something? Hand over the notes. The cluttered side table is still glowing. That's weird. Thank you. A misplaced note, was it? What a good quest.
Very. I'm really enjoying this whole patch so far.
With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There was no such room marked on the map, was there? No. A precautionary measure, no doubt. And if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed? By electrope, you mean? Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. Remember what Kakiwa used to say, Cheryl? Never trust an electrope surface. Oh, sorry, shit. That was your one line and I ruined it. You take mine.
Well, we got an option. We got a dialogue to choose now.
Electro is
so
always
you
what
can pass right through Electro.
Yep. I'm gonna do with the second one. Shit. Messed it up.
Continue.
Truly. It never had any property in my time.
I'm here, guys. Don't worry about it.
Vee is having a little fun, I think. And Neon as well.
Oh.
What we mean is Electro can project a false appearance. They didn't like my answer. What did yours say?
I think a similar thing, I think.
Oh. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. He's not, in my defense, Gololja isn't even in the cutscene. Like, you can't see his face or anything.
Another door!
You did it justice.
And I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
I managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't that note lay out the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the Proto Lab. Then I'll take the Deutero Lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sven. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with.
I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all. See you guys in 10 minutes.
I will take the Deutero Lab duty then. And keep in touch via communicator to match our timing. Vee, you shall have the honor of entering the... Oh, shit, what? No, I'm fine. What?
You can definitely tell we are rusty with reading. I'm also involved in the cutscene.
Vee, Neon, you shall have the honor of entering the office password.
The hero of the story, the mill hero at the very least.
Once we've determined what we need to input, take your...
What was that?
Please, at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Vuklamat and Kral through the process. Come on, Gololja, yell something. No? No. You know, there was that display plate over there. The one with the gems. I thought since it was made of Electro, it might have some other purpose.
Oh, look, Vee. She actually was very, observe.
Pretty stones. Anyway, but I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. Yeah, because you can never do that.
Sounds like the puzzle we were looking at playing.